All right, so the only stock we have on watch today is PEV. So let's see what this one wants to do at the open. I do like its daily high potential break here of 840. I kind of want to take a long here, so I'm going to take a long at 64 there for potential break into $8. It's not breaking quite yet, so I just sold there, got rid of it. Oh, let me get rid of this. There you go. So I was looking for the break at 75, but it just hit that level, didn't break quite yet. So I decided to sell there. I do like the curl up that it's making. This, I guess, ascending triangle or descending triangle was forming here. I was watching it pre-market. But I gotta make sure that it's gonna hold strength because the 1 minute's curling here, but the 5 minute doesn't look strong at all. I want to get in for the break of 8 here, mainly just this high of 85. That's, I guess, my main target. So let's see if it breaks in here. 84, practically a double top. Could get in again for a retest. But it's starting to chop around in this area. So it broke there, 85, broke by 1 cent. There's 90, 95. So I could have taken this trade here. I should have actually gotten in there. Didn't quite break 8 yet, though. That's what I really wanted to see. Took small size, 300 shares, so nothing significant. 10-cent winner, really 7 cents. So about 20 something dollars is what I made there. I am looking for this to squeeze through 8 though. If we can see this squeeze through 8, then we could definitely go for the daily high of 840. The problem is that it was descending already pre-market, and there was a big rejection here earlier, so that's why I'm kind of like, It's kind of like REV yesterday, basically. Had a massive climb as well, so small pullback, huge climbs, another pullback, huge climb, and then third leg already. So now it's kind of just chopping around in this area. 5 minute MACD looks like it wants to cross as well. So I'm not really sure what else to watch. We do have Kirk. Let's see. This one's moving as well. I'm not sure about this one. I didn't see this one pre-market. 575 would be a level to break or keep on watch. It's kind of chopping around here. 4-cent spread as of right now. So not too bad of a spread. I do like its 5 minute actually. Maybe I'll get it on this next 1 minute if it can hold these levels here. Could buy a dip. Big seller there at 30 though. They would have to move. Light on volume, relatively light on volume. Let's see, are we gonna get a 2 candle pullback here? So there's 2 candles. Quick snap to view up there, kind of choppy. Let's go back to PEV, make sure we're not missing a move here. So MACD on the 1 minute's crossing here. Don't know if I want to wait for the 5 minute setup, or if I'd rather wait for the next 1 minute setup. I don't feel like it has a whole lot of strength. It's coming up to a top here. It's making me a little nervous. I feel like to prove itself, it would have to hold itself in the high 80s or like 90 level. So here it's popping back above. There's 92, 95. Double top at 95. There's a break of 8. There it is. So I could have got in on this trade at 780, but I didn't think it was gonna actually make that move there. Honestly, I didn't feel like it had that much strength. There's 820 now. Could buy a dip at 8. I would take small sides if I buy the dip at 8. I want to get in for the daily high to break though. See if we get another micro pullback here. I might add into this position, so we'll see. Okay, well, I was gonna say I'll take a starter at 810, but I wanted to cancel. But I guess I'm in at 810 now. So I'll average into this. I do feel a little confident in this. It's just right now I'm buying the back end already. Like it's gonna have to pull back. So it might break 8. I might have to average into it. We'll see. I'm still green on it as of right now. There's 28. All the way back down. I should have probably sold right here. I could still sell in this range, but I still feel this has a lot more potential for the daily high break. So I probably should have got rid of it there in the 20s. I'm gonna try and sell at 24 there. So sold at 24. It's starting to double top up here. I'm gonna get rid of it. Take my profits while I can. About a 14-cent move there, 11 cents. So see if it breaks as high as 26, 28, 30 now. So we're getting even closer to the daily high. The daily high is still 40. I kind of want to wait for a pullback at this point. I think this thing does need a pullback a bit before I take another entry. I was gonna average into it, but I don't know. I wanna get a better entry. If it breaks the high, the daily high up here, then I'm just not gonna bother with the stock anymore. I don't think I'm gonna have to wait for an actual setup. So it looks like that's what it's gonna do here. It's gonna want to break that high, just a quick snap over 40. Maybe even double top at 40, 35, 38. No, well, not quite the break just yet. So practically a double top on the daily. It hasn't broken yet. I do want to see it finish low though. I want to see it pull back already because it's just chopping around here. SIGA is hitting the scans. Let's check this one out. RDUS is also hitting the scans. ADN. ADN doesn't look too bad, especially for the daily high break as well. This one's showing some strength. A bit choppy. Spreads aren't bad. I'd say it's a little too choppy for me at the moment. Let's go back to Kirk. Kirk 1 minute MACD doesn't give me a lot of confidence. Going back to SIGA. I like this one actually. This one's not bad, especially if we can break that 1350 level, but we have to hold above this level for sure. And then our next support would be this one. So yeah, 1350. So we're holding above the VWAP so far, but we got to make sure that we actually hold above VWAP. Got another support line here. Another one there. So we'll keep this one on watch. We'll keep SIGA on watch. But let's go back to PEV. Make sure we're not missing a move yet. So now we're getting our final our pullback finally. Next 5 minutes going to open here kind of low. 10 minute also. There's a pullback towards 8 here. 1 minute MACD needs to either cross or start pulling back up. We got to see what it's going to do. That was a nice buy there at 8 for the break at 8. Nice dip buy opportunity. And that's something that's been trending. Here's the break, 840 now. So that kind of sucks. I wasn't paying attention to it at the time. That is something that's starting to trend in this recent market is the dip opportunities. If you buy the dip, they seem to all be getting bought up. So that seems to be something that's working is what I'm finding out. 850, huge seller there. So this is not what I wanted to see. Actually, I wanted to see proper consolidation instead of just a dip buy and then a massive move. But well, it made it without me. That's all right. Because now it feels like this is getting too top heavy. Like we have strains, but now the 5 minute broke its high already, so there's nothing else that it needs to do. 10 minute also broke its high. You already broke the daily high, so there's not much else we could see out of this one unless it just starts ripping, ripping, ripping. But this one's not ripping like the typical stocks we see when they do, like when it's pretty bullish, where they just keep going, going, going. This one's getting a little top heavy up here. It's slowing down, so I have to wait for a proper pullback. I don't want to buy it up here at all. SIGA hitting the scans at 26. So SIGA still, that would have been a really nice buy right here on the 1 minute. 5 minute MACDs actually starting to curl even higher here. 10 minute as well. I did not see those. See if we can get a 2 candle pullback or maybe just single candle pullback here on the 1 minute. I could probably take an entry for the break of 1350. Might even get an average in on this one. A little higher price. It took 2 small starter positions. We can, since I have a little cushion, we could take a larger share position on this one. Let's see what it wants to do. I kind of want a better pullback towards VWAP here. I didn't really like the way that it opened there. It's probably going to break the high and keep going without me, but I could have bought that right there at 38. I just didn't like how that last second push pumped it up there. I feel like it's just going to reject these highs because we are coming up to a resistance level here. There's 1350. This is practically the third leg up. So you have one pullback, another pullback, and now the third leg up. I definitely don't want to catch the back end. I'm going to have to wait for it to properly pull back. Even though this is technically a proper pullback, just the way that it opened on this last 1 minute, I didn't feel like it had much of an opportunity to get in there besides this pullback right here. I had to have gotten in there. So there's a rejection. So now we're getting some consolidation here. Let's see if it breaks through VWAP. VWAP's at 22. It's 21, 19. So broke VWAP. Let's see if it holds. This one's easy to borrow. Okay. So we could potentially make a move on this one. There's a break of VWAP now. So we're finally breaking trend. We had a 3 candle ride here. My first target would be 13. If we can break 13, then we have room up to 84. So there's 13. Could have entered at VWAP here. I'm gonna wait for it to pull back towards VWAP. I should have got in on this candle. I should have known better. But we'll go ahead and take an entry here pretty soon. So there's a break at 13. Still have room up to 84. See if we get a 1 minute pullback to VWAP, a retest of VWAP here. I'm gonna take a short at 13, I guess. For that low break, it's 99. Took a 500 share position at 13. So I wish I would have gotten in a lot earlier, but like I wanted to get in at when it hit 13.10 there, but literally bought the bottom here, 13. I still have confidence of it breaking its last low, especially heading to 84. Because the 5 minute still needs to break its low here. Low is 93, so I'm still gonna be holding for that low break. See what it wants to do. If it just somehow surges, I might double down and add into it, but we'll see. Still holding 13, that's why I'm getting a little nervous now. So this candle finished a little low. Let's see if we get the break finally. 13. It's 98, 94, 95. Double bottom. I'm looking for some more downwards pressure, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get it here. So double bottom on the 5 minute. I might have to stop out. Yeah, like I already don't like the spike that it's having here. I'm gonna have to cut it. Unless this just rejects massively, then okay. 1304. 1302. This is basically gonna be a break-even trade if I'm being real. If this breaks 13 here, I'm gonna sell it. All the way back up to 10. So an easy short turned real hard on me here. This one's just, I guess it wasn't a short position after all. I mean, I'm at to sell for a loss. I already know. Get rid of it at 13 if I can. Cancel. I sold there. Sold at 17. So that was a big loss there. That was not the move. Especially because I got in so low. 5 minute MACD on the well, 5 minute MACD's coming to a cross here, and look at it now, it's rejecting VWAP. So maybe I got spooked out of this one. That's gonna kind of suck. I could have averaged in here, but just the way the 5 minute MACD is coming to a curl here, it's not giving me a lot of confidence, especially how I recovered off that double bottom. I was really trying to see if it would get some downward strength here and pull back to 84. So although I could have sold anywhere here in the 90s, I just a bad play in general, especially with my fill at 13. So the way that it's holding here, I'm going to take a position. We'll take an entry here since it's holding 13 still. And we'll look for the rip through VWAP. I might average into this. If it breaks through VWAP, I'll add for the next 5 minute high to break. 17, 19 now. I'm adding there at 20. It's 24, 27 now, 28. See if we can still finish high above VWAP, that'd be great. Oh no, don't tell me it's just gonna be a rejection. I really want to see this finish high above VWAP. Might have to average in down here as well. which would really suck. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to cut this. This has to finish above VWAP, or I'm actually gonna have to cut it, because I just noticed we're forming an ascending triangle here. There's 21 again, 23 now. Can we finish strong above VWAP, or am I gonna cut it here? It's 23 again. See 25 or so. Sell it at 20, I guess. It's not getting rid of my position. There we go. So I guess I made some profit on that one, but I'm really looking for that 5-minute high. So let's get in. We'll get in again here on this next 1 minute, I guess. Take another starter here at 21. Looking for the break of the last 1 minute high. It's 25 now. 26, 28. I'm gonna get rid of it at 26. It's chopping too much, I think. Double top at 28. Didn't quite break. It's not selling my position though. Am I gonna have to average into this one as well? That's what I'm wondering. It's 23. I'm gonna cancel my order. 10 more seconds. It's 24 again. I just don't like how low this is finishing. It's the next 1 minute open. I'm gonna cut it at 22. So I cut it at 22, I'm getting rid of it. It's not, it's chopping too much in this little range. I'm not feeling super confident here. It might go without me, but I'm just not feeling how, especially how weak it's looking here. So that was practically a break-even trade. Oh no, I took a loss in it. Yeah, 21, I sold it. Well, 21, I sold at 22. So there's a rejection. So good thing I saved myself from that. But it was easy to borrow, so I could have flipped short as well. We can get in for another retest of the 13 level and see if we can get that going. Web R is moving though. PEV, what's this one doing? So this one got halted going down. I don't really care for this one at that point. I'm gonna stick with SIGA. So SIGA broke 13 there. So we break that low here. Target would be 84. And I wasn't able to take a position on this. That kind of sucks. That was such an obvious entry to the short side, and I completely forgot I could have flipped short on it. Now I have to wait for a proper pullback here. It did break its low. The one I was trying to break earlier finally broke. I don't know if I'm up on the day though. That's what I'm not too sure about, because I did make a good move here averaging into it. I could have sold way higher though. So I'm kind of upset about that, but there's 84 now. So we got our first bear flag here. We gotta wait for another one, I guess, and then get in on the second one. But at this point, I already made its move. Next target would have to be down here at 60. If we somehow hit 60 and break 60, then 50 is the next level, but I don't know. You have to wait for a pullback here. Don't really have a choice. I'm not gonna chase it all the way down here, because I'd be making the same move I made over here if I chase it this far. What I could do is buy the dip here and look for a pullback opportunity. Could start averaging in on this pullback, because now it's starting to slow down. We'll wait and see. Still holding 80. So that would have been a perfect trade here if I would have taken that. That would have been a really nice trade, especially with large size. That's kind of what I was hoping would happen on this candle, but it just didn't have enough downward pressure to actually continue. So unfortunately, it happened later, and I even knew the move. I even called it out, an ascending triangle here, or wedge, whatever. But I completely forgot I could swap short on it. Okay, so let's see what this is gonna do here. Has a lot of opportunity to break its 5-minute low, but the 1-minute MACD is coming to a curl now a little bit. So I have two options. I can take a short right now and average into the short and bet that it's going to hit 1260 and break that 5-minute low, double bottom here, 1260. Or I can wait for it to pull back even further. It's already pulled back quite a bit, so I think it's already made a big move here, so I think I'll wait for a pullback. Well, as soon as I say that, it breaks lower, hits 1260 right away. All right. So whatever, 1250 now. I guess that would have been a good opportunity to get in on there as well. That's just unfortunate. It's whatever. I think I'm done though. Missed the move here. I'm starting to feel a little FOMO on this short opportunity. Could have got in there, but obviously I didn't take that entry. I thought I pulled back. Or I thought I made too big of a move. Needed a better pullback, but this one's easy to borrow though. Kirk. Could get in on Kirk for a move lower, push lower through 5. It already touched 5, and that's what makes me a little hesitant. But the 5-minute MACD looks like it wants to cross here, so we'll get in on this next 1 minute. Well, as soon as I say that. Give me a second. I'm going to try and decide if I want to take an entry on this one. We'll get in here. Oh, I'm going to cancel that. Broke its 1 minute low. I should have taken it right away. And broke its 5-minute low. So broke the 5-minute already. I'm not gonna trade it. WEBR. Since also moving lower. PEV curling back to VWAP here. That was a nasty rejection up here though. That's pretty bad. So again, we're forming an ascending triangle is what it's looking like. I don't think I should trust it here in this range. I think that's kind of it for me. I'm curious to see if we're green or not. So I guess I'll wrap it up here and we'll finish it off on SIGA. So SIGA, nice break of 50 there. Just, oh man, I wish I would have got in on this trade. Oh well. Shoot. Let me see. So actually we're not green. I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. That's unfortunate actually. I wonder how we're that red. Was it that one trade that really cost me this one short? 13 to 13.7, a 17-cent loser on a 500 share position. I mean, it makes sense. But I did make I didn't make much profit on this trade at all, really. This one, same thing. I didn't make much profit after that. And then on PEV, I did have good trades there, but not enough profit in this range either. I don't know what happened here. I wasn't even sure if I was paying attention to it. I just completely missed this move. Didn't even realize that it was taking place, I guess. I'm not sure why I missed that move. Because now I'm looking at it, it's just kind of obvious. I didn't take it. I don't know. That's I'm surprised I'm down that much on SIGA though. I'm not too surprised because this was a big loser here, but I should have got rid of it a long time ago. Just unfortunate we didn't have that much downward pressure. We double bottomed here. I should have just got rid of it right there as soon as I'd seen that it double bottomed, started pushing back up. I knew what it was gonna do, and I held it anyways. So I guess I was waiting for these candles here to actually, possibly curl back down, kind of what it formed here, an ascending triangle, but instead just, it was within these 4 candles here. But once I had seen it started taking off again, I sold, and then I flipped long, bought in, but there wasn't enough upwards pressure at this point. And then I realized again what I was getting into, a bigger ascending triangle basically, and I completely forgot to flip short here, so that's kind of on me. I mean, it is what it is. Can't do much about it. I mean, I'm understanding what's going on, I guess. I'm looking at patterns quicker, but still, Either way, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up then. Down 40 bucks, $41 really. Let me go over Meta yesterday. This one pissed me off like bad. So right out of the gates, I did look at your comment, Joe, if you stick around this long to see what I'm talking about. I did look at your comments and I did see the pattern that you're talking about. I just got so pissed because I entered literally here at the bottom. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah. Okay, so I got in literally here at the bottom. It went all the way up, went all the way down, and then I was up like $5 here. I was up $5 for like a second, and then it swapped to 40, like down 40 bucks. Then it goes all the way up here, and I remember saying as soon as it breaks this level, I'm gonna cut it because it's just gonna keep going. And so it broke this level, I cut it, and that was it. Like I cut it, and that was it for me. I guess it's a good thing I cut it because it did keep going higher, and it went without me, whatever. It's kind of unfortunate I didn't flip short up here though. I was debating whether I should wait for it to actually, what is it called? Pull back some, or like make a rip, and then I'll get in on a short position. But I decided to get in right away because I thought it could break lower like immediately. I felt if it broke this level here of 158 or so, then we could definitely see it go all the way back down to 156 or somewhere in that range. But oh man, it was a tough one. It took all day for it to actually make its move before it finally started breaking down towards the end of the day. I don't know. I got so pissed because it was just such a frustrating stock. I lost about 250 bucks on it in my super small account. So that's why I'm like, yo, like that kind of got me pissed because that was such an unnecessary loss. Such a terrible fill like to start. The trade wasn't even worth it. Like it honestly wasn't worth it. Again, I was really hoping for the daily. If we look at the daily, I was really expecting that low to break. It did break, but only like I don't know, like $1. Not even. It broke by 50 cents. So it broke by 50 cents. Cool. And today it broke what? Basically a whole dollar, a little over a whole dollar. So right out of the gates, it broke a whole dollar. And I don't know. I'm waiting for that curl, as I mentioned in the previous videos as well. I'm waiting for this curl back towards its 50 because it's pulling back quite a bit. It seems to respect its 50 on a lot of the time frame charts, or a lot of the time frames at least. If I go to the 30, it's usually, let me see, the 50 is what? 50 is the yellow line. So yeah, so it's usually touching the 50, and then it's pulling back. The 30-minute though, it looks like it's pretty strong, so I could flip long at this point because I think it can finish strong today. It's pulled back way too much already, so. But I know the longer time frames do respect the 50 for the most part, and that's why I'm kind of interested in this one going back to its 50. Right now on the hourly, it's showing 158. On the daily though, we still have a lot of room back to 187. I don't think it's going to go to 187 today for sure. But I do think, the way that's slowing down in this little range here, we could flip long, but I think I'm going to take a position on it next week if I am going to do anything on the long side. I also do look at the indexes. I know you had mentioned that as well, Joe, in the comments. I look at the SPY, but apparently I should be looking at the NSDQ, or NASDAQ, my bad. What is it called? NSDX? No. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I have to look up the ticker symbol. I don't remember the ticker symbol. Jesus, that's so embarrassing. But yeah, apparently I should be looking at the other one instead of the S&P 500. I don't know. S&P 500 is pulling back up here though, which is cool. It's just Meta's not doing the same. Oh, actually, I'm lying. Meta is doing the same on the 1 minute at least. On the daily, it's not. And that's why I'm thinking of flipping long here, because now it's coming back to its support level here, or resistance level of 156. If we break 156, we can definitely see this going back to the high side of 158. So I do like this for a long at this point, and I could buy it, but it's already the end of the week, and I think if anything, I might take a quick trade next week on it. But we're what, Friday today? No, we're Thursday. So if anything, I could take a quick trade tomorrow. But I think I'm all out of day trades in that small account, so I don't think I can actually take a trade at all. we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I will see you guys tomorrow.